Right then, so let's start again. So Grace and Talia's music video pitch. If you could tell us about the song you've chosen and what you plan to do with it.
Yeah, we've chose to do The Bonfire by The Hunter, which we knew we wanted to do The Hunter from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we did one of their songs as our 1 minute music video, She's Casual.
Yeah.
So we thought it'd look better, like doing 2 of the same songs from the same artist. Like, so on the CD cover, it's more like...
Continuous.
Yeah, like more classic.
Okay. So
And we got practice from it as well. From
okay. Like their style, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, give us an idea of what we'll see in the video.
There's a narrative of a boy and a girl, and the lyrics are like, we didn't know which way to go, so it's probably suggesting that they don't know where the love's taking them. But obviously we're 2 girls and we're going to be in it.
Yeah.
So we're going to flip it and do a portraiture style, so it's like, for example, artists, how they pick a subject. So we're going to do it as like, we're the girl that he's fallen in love with, and we're going to do it from our perspective, to try and make the audience think what she feels like.
So are you both going to be in it?
Yeah.
You are? Alright. So what characters will you be playing in terms of sort of... So we're not meant to believe you're the band, are we?
No.
No. So you're the people that the guy's in love with?
Yeah, well, the band are both like, there's more than one anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So almost like... So the girlfriends or just the ones they're in love with?
Yeah, like they might have girlfriends and they might all be relating to it, when even though like one person might just be singing a lot of it.
Yeah. So thinking about how the camera's being used, is the camera meant to be the male singer's perspective, or what are we going for here?
Well, I think we're probably going to do a lot more close-ups,
Yeah.
so like you get a full front view of it and
Yeah.
like the emotions. But I think we're going to do various ones, but I don't know if we'll do all the shots as a perspective shot.
Yeah. I meant more in terms of kind of, you know, because obviously when we talked about this beforehand, one of the things that concerns me about the idea is just the fact that because it's a male group, it's a male vocal, and we want to believe that what we're seeing, you know, we either need to get the fact that it's you know, from the female's perspective, or we need to believe that they're the band. So it's just a way around that, really. Any ideas?
Well, we're going to have to do it as like, sort of, from their perspective, like imagining us as the girlfriends, aren't we?
I don't think it's as hard as it seems to make out like it's coming from the girl's perspective.
Yeah.
You've just got to include the right shots and right things in the frame of the shot.
Okay.
Because if you include like pointless parts, no one's going to understand. Whereas if we like get the right parts in like when people lip sync to the lyrics, if we lip sync specific parts, it'll make it
like it's her voice.
Yeah, like more. I don't know the word to describe it. More like not continuous, but more flowing.
Yeah.
In terms of seeing it from the girl's perspective.
We'll have to revisit that and just have a look at kind of how we're going to show that. It might even be that you know, if you know any males who could be in it just in a small way, just to kind of show that, you know, the it's from the female's perspective, or particular lyrics make it seem like that, or even, you know, the narrative fit the lyrics at the time. Okay, what do you think about in terms of locations, in terms of costuming, in terms of sort of how the visuals might go with the lyrics? What's your plan there?
Well, obviously it's Bonfire Night soon, so we're gonna like try and film some from there of a fighter. Yeah. Just to like include in it, obviously because it's the bonfire. Yeah. So we want it to be like relatable. We're gonna go to my house because I've got like a glittery wall, so we're gonna do like close up and shots of that, like so it's a nice, just simple background. Yeah. That can be made to look good, not just basic.
Okay. With that, I would probably suggest something to help establish what we were talking about. I would probably establish if you go to some sort of bonfire related event, having a shot where...
Because there are people in the actual video, there are a lot of people, so we can like get people in it. Like you're not really going to see them because it'll be dark. Yeah. But you can just get like a group, the amount of people there, and then the bonfire and stuff. So yeah, because that's like a lot of people in the video as well.
Absolutely. But one of the things I was thinking was, in terms of establishing, you could even have sort of like somebody, the camera walking through the crowd, stopping on the one girl, whether it's you or you, or you two, and so it almost like positions it as saying, this is about these two.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you might want to think of something along those in which you can make that, because it can be a little bit tricky, just in terms of the believability.
Yeah.
So in terms of how it works. I'll show you a previous student's music video which managed to do that, and I'll show you their blog in terms of how they explained it, and hopefully that will help. Okay. The one thing I would also suggest doing, because of the way in which you've chosen to do it, is when you're filming, leave the camera running at certain points where you're not filming, so you get lots of kind of nice natural stuff, such as people laughing or sort of, you know, and just things that look natural. So it's almost taking it from the approach that they're being watched by, not watched in sort of, that sounds a bit stalkerish, but you know what I mean, but they're being watched by the person who's in love with them.
The Hunter though, the actual band themselves are like, just not like, they're not like all about the artificial stuff and doing it for the camera, like they do just be genuine about it.
Yeah, on the video it's very natural.
So going for a sort of very realistic kind of every sort of
because like
social
she's casual
approach.
It's like she's casual, like she's not trying to be different.
And in that video, is it mainly them or is it?
No, there's quite a few shots of like other people and stuff like that.
Okay. So what I would suggest doing is kind of starting to think around, well, who are the characters we're playing? Do you know what I mean? Give them names, whether it's just yourselves or whatever, and start to think, you know, what is it, the lyrics that they're saying that they like or love about this person, and how are we going to show that? You know, or in the lyrics, the bits you just played me as well, there's kind of like it's almost the opposite, isn't it? Is that like this person's not particularly interested in them or whatever, and how you might show little bits like that. Okay, I think it still needs a little bit of planning in terms of what you're going to show over the period.
Yeah, we're still working on like what sort of things we're going to film and stuff like that. We don't want it to just be too stereotype of a music video. Like, we want it to be like unique.
Yeah. So, your target audience. What do you think people will understand about the band? So, what will their impressions be of the band? And who's the audience aimed at?
We've gone for over 16s because we feel like the lyrics to the songs as well, they're like more understood by their age group, whereas a little kid like won't really understand. Okay,
so 16 upwards. Male, female audience, or not really relevant?
A bit of both, because the generations in terms of style of music are changing. Like a lot of boys are liking like the Hunter, Oasis and stuff like that, the more indie and different bands to like pop music and stuff like that. So I think it does apply to both female and male.
Okay. So a kind of narrative approach with a few elements of performance in there, but with the subject of the song being the performers. How's it going to fit into an overall package with like CD covers and website? What are you thinking?
Because we've already got like a base website, base CD cover. We'll just edit it to make it more up to date with our ideas and what we've included and stuff like that.
To improve it. Okay. Now there is one thing I will ask you to do in your research and planning is look at music videos, and I might be able to point you in the direction of a few, but look at to just explain your idea. I would look at certain videos where the main male artist doesn't appear in them. So, and where there is sort of stuff like that. So you can kind of say, well, our music video links to such and such and such and such, because they don't often do that. And actually, they used a female who's not in the band on their front cover. There is a bit of a history of stuff like that, you know. For example, probably the major artist who was one of the first ones to sort of say, I'm not appearing in my video anymore, and he actually got like, it was George Michael. So George Michael, I'm trying to think of the name, which song it was, but yeah, one of his songs, basically he said, I'm not going to, I think it's Freedom it's called, so it might be worth having a look at that one. He got loads of supermodels in it instead, which was quite convenient. But it was more him saying, I don't want it to be about me in the video. Okay, so to look at that, so you can just kind of explain it a little bit more. Anything else in terms of sort of technical elements you might include, or sort of editing techniques?
Yeah, we've looked at like lights and green screen and stuff. Lighting is probably like quite important, because we don't want it to be really dark and dull.
Yeah, especially when we're filming the bonfire bit.
Like maybe the bonfire could be darker because it's like...
You have a light coming from the bonfire.
Yeah, and I think that's quite like a significant point in the song. Just have like the light from the bonfire, but then like another you want it to be a bit brighter, like you know when the music starts to get a bit more upbeat and stuff like that, maybe like nicer lighting, not just like yellow lights and stuff like that.
Yeah. Fairgrounds?
Yeah, we did consider that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just convenience and how convenient that'll be for filming and stuff.
Convenient for filming. Well, you can get a certain amount of handheld footage from using your phones and obviously filming the landscape. Fairgrounds are really good places to film because they're all bright and sort of over the top and kind of lots of bright colours.
I think it's quite good in terms of like our video because you could almost get from it that the lights are like trying to guide them to where they want to go. Like the bonfires, I just think it all links nicely together from like the bonfire
from
to
a
the
visual
fairgrounds.
perspective.
It all just looks nice.
I think there's a good thing there, especially if it can fit with the lyrics. One thing I would say about that is I think it's called Fright Night or something in Sheffield that happens on the 31st or the weekend before that. So not this weekend, next weekend. Now, obviously, it all depends whether you can get there and back or something. It's all kind of quite early doors. It's big sort of Halloween style thing. If you was to do some filming there, one of the suggestions I would make is make it almost as if it's the boyfriend, the singer, filming you. So you can kind of almost, just kind of sort of do the whole thing of putting your hand over the camera and laughing.
Yeah, so you like when they grab the hand and like you see like it's like the camera.
Exactly, yeah. So stuff like that I think could work quite well. And then certain lyrics almost like she's saying it to him. And other bits where she might be kind of pushing him away or something, or joking or something, or even kind of sort of making face at the camera and things like that, which look quite natural. Just do it naturally. You know what I mean? Just muck around with the camera and you'll get some natural stuff anyway. Okay, that might be one way around it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. I think one of the things to do is over the next couple of weeks when we have these big events coming up, get as much footage as you can, see where you are with it, and then you know what sort of performance bits you need to include and what else to do. And I think the storyboarding will be quite key for this.
Yeah.
All right. But I trust you. Your 1 minute music video was very good. All right. You got the deal.
Thank you.
Excellent.